Hey, Bobby Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report. Celtics beat the Hornets, as we talked about in our walk-off. Derek White hitting 7 threes early and
Oof,
scoring
crazy.
the 33 points. He wasn't the only one, though. 25
Still
threes.
can't believe that happened. Not to discredit Derek White, but that was crazy. He did it in a hurry.
For real. And then Mike Muscala didn't waste any time either in his Celtics debut. Meeting with coaches this morning, flying in last night.
Crazy.
He hits 4 threes in his debut in 7 tries. And boost this offense into the second units that is leaning into this three-point shot as much as ever. And it makes sense that they went out and got a stretch big who can play double big lineups and shoot next to Robert Williams, next to Blake Griffin. No Al Horford tonight, so I'm sure we'll see them in time, though they did play together in Atlanta and in Oklahoma City. First off, we haven't heard your reaction to the trade, Josue. What did you think of it, and could they have done more?
That's a good question, Bobby. Could they have done more? Maybe, but the way Brad Stevens was talking today, it makes you feel like they feel really comfortable with this rotation. You know, they wanted to bring in reinforcements. They want to address those concerns, whether it's a secondary wing or a shot blocker, or at least not even a shot blocker, a big, right? And I think he checks the boxes of, like you said, the outside shot, which he certainly was on display here tonight, keeping defenses, having to go out there and guard him. I mean, you look at his stats, averaging, 39% from behind the arc. I mean, for a big, that's not always, easy to find in the league. But you also add a player who isn't expected or isn't going to be down about not playing a whole lot of time, getting the experience in this type of team. And he just sort of fits that mold. So with all that being said, I just think it makes sense. I still would like them to see, I still want them to go out and get a secondary wing player from the buyout market. But if you didn't get it via trade, I'm not upset about it. I mean, look what happened that day. Just first round picks going left and right, second round picks, 5 of them got the Milwaukee Bucks, Jay Crowder. It just didn't seem like that type of trade deadline a day for the Celtics to go out and make a bigger splash than they already did.
Both the reports indicating they did pursue Jakob Poeltl. Steve Bulpett saying they pursued Kelly Olynyk, as he indicated earlier, but couldn't meet the price.
Yeah, that was like their Godfather offer, too. I think that was the absolute most.
Yeah,
willing
2
to
second-rounders. And good that they kept their second-rounder from Houston, too, where if they slip down to 33, Celtics get that pick, a borderline first-rounder from Houston. They're going to give up either Dallas, Miami's, or Portland's, as I reported on that day. And the Celtics held firm with that, with San Antonio as well. 2 seconds, Pritchard, Gallinari. In this case, you keep Gallinari, who Steven said is running on the treadmill faster than ever.
I like the way he put that.
Pritchard comes in and plays some good minutes again tonight. They like having him, Brad said. And like you said, saying that they didn't want to get a guy who's going to take minutes away from someone else, like Sam Hauser, who's great again tonight. So they will search the buyout market. Seems like they're going to go after someone who's more of a veteran presence and someone who's going to help them on the court. Danny Green reportedly among those who they'll look at. Will Barton will be bought out. Kevin Love, I've heard, though Kobe Altman said they haven't had discussions on a buyout with him. And then, usually with Terrence Ross's and whoever else shakes free. It's not always great names, but if there's anyone that intrigues you on that group.
Bobby's like, those trash players. No, not trash, but I know what you mean. The ones that you're wondering if even the Celtics do bring him in, is going to provide that much of a spark. But yeah, I got you.
Anyone interest you?
Will Barton is interesting. I know that's a name that a lot of people are throwing out there. It's like they have to go get it. I mean, if it's not Will Barton, it's not the end of the world. But the reason why, just that high-power offense, Terrence Ross, those kind of players, I like those guys. They can have those nights where they can really help you win a game, or they can give you, a 12, 13-point performance that elevates the bench where, Malcolm Brogdon is clearly the best player coming off your bench. So he needs some of that support. Obviously Malcolm Brogdon's always been that guy to get guys their shots. And if you give him another weapon, the more the better. But what Brad Stevens is saying about not taking away a whole lot of minutes, I think he sort of fits that mold. He's not a guy who's going to be like, you have to play me 20 minutes or I'm going to check out. I don't think that's the case. And it's an opportunity for guys like that to win, which they haven't really been in a winning situation in quite some time, especially someone like Terrence Ross, and never mind a team that went to the NBA Finals last year.
They can offer $3 million with the Gallinari exception that's available until March 10th. It will bump them up to $78 million in tax, though, if they use that. So I'm sure they'll want to play on the cheaper side if they can for one of these guys, and that would indicate someone who does want to come here and win. And I like Green in that mold if he doesn't go to LA or Cleveland, who I mentioned as well, his former Lakers team that he won a championship with. In the meantime, Muscala, great, fits right in, pure shooter, and on a team where the Celtics are going to look to shoot a ton of threes, he will do that off the bench. Interested to see how he grows defensively. We talked to him before and after the game about that. That's available on CLNS Media, as well as our walk-off on Derek White. We'll have a little bit on Rob coming up as well, who John didn't like tonight in his performance.
John's concerned.
So
John's worried.
Go check that out on Celtics All Access. We're brought to you by HelloFresh, HelloFresh.com/grind65. They got vegetarian boxes, they got meat boxes, fish, whatever you want, or
Mix
you can
and match,
customize
guys.
it.
Yes,
and it's coming to you every week, fresh on ice, to your door. Love this offer, HelloFresh.com/grind65. It's honestly my favorite sponsor we've had. I love it. I've ordered more boxes since, and we've all shared them, as well as Josue, who put his pictures up on social.
Yeah,
just
check those
recently.
out.
That's HelloFresh.com/grind65. Free shipping as well with that, in case I didn't mention that. AthleticGreens.com/grind. 5 travel packs coming to you for free, as well as their powder with vitamins, minerals, adaptogens, probiotics, cool gear, and you get a year's supply of vitamin D thrown in there as well. That's athleticgreens.com/guard. And Celtics beat the Hornets by 11 here. Lead by as many as 28, but hold on. Thanks to Mike Muscala's bench minutes in his debut. We'll have more from TD Garden coming up on Celtics All Access. Check out postgame tonight. And, of course, continue to subscribe to CLNS Media and Celtics All Access for more coverage of the Celtics. For Josue Pavon, Bobby Manning, good night.